Good day and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing our first annual Laura Awards, Beauty Awards, Laura Beauty Awards, Lola Beauty Awards, Lola Bonita Beauty Awards. This is the first year that I've really taken YouTube seriously in any type of form. I've definitely posted to YouTube before this. Scroll back to those old videos. I'm pretty sure the first video I ever posted was like unpacking from Europe when I went to Europe, or it was something about making juice or something like that because I used to be a huge juicer. Scroll back, you'll see. Anywho, I have curated a gorgeous beauty collection, and I have noticed that at this point in time every year some of my favorite YouTubers have made videos talking about the best beauty of the previous year. So this is why we're here today. We are going to do the best of beauty, just makeup. I think I'm gonna save like skincare or like other products, lifestyle, for a different video. So today's just beauty. Don't look. Oh no, here's my products. Don't look at them. Let's be surprised. So grab your beverage of choice. Today mine is coffee. It's actually a little cold right now. Still good, still good. And let's dive right in. So I'm gonna talk about this in the way that I put it on, and I actually made notes. So excuse me while I consult my notes. I was thinking about doing like separate high-end and drugstore, but I've realized that I don't have like one or the other for some of them. And I do have a bunch of new products that I just got over the holiday season that I have not tested enough to know if they're great, i.e. the NARS Soft Matte, which I got just recently and I've tested it a couple times, really like it so far, and also the Hourglass Ambient Lighting, which also so far so good. It might not be my perfect color, but it is beautiful. I'm actually wearing it right now. Am I wearing it right now? I think I'm wearing it right now. What do we think? So far so good. This is only one layer. Look at my earrings. Peanut butter and jelly. This is from Ian. Ian got me like 6 pairs of like crazy earrings. I love like a good, hilarious, inanimate object as like a purse. You guys should probably know this, or like earrings or something. So I got a bunch of different ones. I got some coffee, I got some popcorn to match my other purses, and then I do have a new like 2-piece ensemble from Shein from Jamie and Sam and Nikki. So thank you so very much. Love it. It's my first time wearing it. Hopefully I don't get coffee on it. And let's dive right in. So our first product is a primer that you've heard me talk about multiple times, so I'm gonna not stay on it too long. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I originally really liked the Milk Primer, but it's probably 4 times as expensive as this one, and I actually think the Power Grip Primer is the best. I think this is my most used primer. It's $14, and I think it just works the best for me, for my skin, stays on. Like, I don't get as much breakage like around the nose as I would with, say, the e.l.f. Putty Primer. So this is my favorite primer. And then we have foundation. So I do have a high-end foundation and a drugstore foundation. So let's start with the drugstore. I have the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Foundation. I was so impressed by this. My sister got it for me in the States a while ago. I do have 2 colors, light 50W and another light color, and one of them is like my perfect color, and then the other one is pretty close. I'm not sure which this one is. I'd have to try it on. This looks beautiful. I thought that I was, and I mentioned this in my last video that I posted, I thought that I was like a thicker foundation girl, but I'm not. Both of my foundations are like on the thinner side. They look more natural, and so I mean, I guess that's just what I like. This is clean beauty. It is cruelty free. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so that means that it's hydrating. It's healthy looking skin, perfecting, medium buildable coverage, which I agree with, vegan, natural finish. It has coconut water and fruit extracts in it, so I know that coconut water can sometimes be like troublesome for some people. I know that Tati breaks out when she has coconut on her face, so this wouldn't be good for her, but it is really inexpensive. It's like $16 USD, so I really like it. I have 2 bottles of these, and next time I go to the States, I will definitely be buying one as well. I actually just, my boyfriend doesn't watch my channel, so no one tell him at all. I just planned a surprise 40th birthday trip for him. I'm so excited, I can't wait. He'll know in a month and we'll go in 2 months. I'm so excited. Okay, our next foundation is the Lady Gaga Haus Labs Skin Triclone, what is this called? Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. Mine is in shade 130 Light Warm. This is beautiful. It just looks so flawless, and there is a lot of really interesting things about this foundation, so I'm just going to read this off. This was $59, very expensive. Medium buildable clean foundation with arnica. Arnica reduces redness. It protects from environmental stress. It's infused with 20 different skincare ingredients. It's antioxidant rich. It's anti-inflammatory, anti-aging. It has licorice root for skin healing. It has green tea for elasticity. It has Shinko, which boosts circulation, and a bunch of other different great skincare ingredients. And I did see on a TikTok, I wish I could find it for you. I need to save this kind of stuff. This woman was at a Sephora talking about this foundation, and she said that it's triclone because usually there's 2 different types of silicone in foundation, but this has 3 different types of silicone, which helps it go on smoother and react better with the skin so that it seems seamless. It seems seamless. So I am really enjoying this so far. Those are my 2 favorite foundations of 2022. Moving on, we have our concealer. I only have 1 concealer this year, and this is the Hourglass Vanish concealer. I'm going to be definitely buying a big one next time because this is my second small one that I've got. This is in the color Creme. It is just so smooth. It like doesn't have under eye crinkles. Like, it so smoothing for my under eyes. Like, I need to stop touching my under eyes because when I wake up I'm like and I'm just like, oh, that feels so good, but it's not good for your skin. I did just buy the Kosas Revealer concealer, and I like that so far. It's what I'm wearing today. I bought it in a color that's like closer to my natural skin tone, so it doesn't seem so bright, which I think I like. It feels weird when I put it on, but like after the application, when I finish my makeup, it actually looks really nice. But I don't know enough about that to include it in my Best of Beauty, so I just had this Hourglass Vanish concealer for my Best of Beauty. I'm gonna put my hair back. My hair is driving me bonkers. I always end up putting my hair back. I have like beautiful hair, looks lovely, great color, but it drives me like bonkers when I wear it down, so I always end up putting it back. And I look so much prettier with my hair down, which is why I curl it, because it just is easy, like when it's curled, to have it down. Anyhow, it's crazy Laura thoughts. So next we have, oh, I actually wrote a bunch about the Hourglass Vanish concealer. It is $21 for the small and $46 for the big. So next time I'm just gonna get the big one. Full coverage, yup. Weightless, yup. Waterproof, never tried. It has microspherical powders that blur and brighten for 16 hours. It's crease resistant, yup, and light reflecting. Love it. I think it's my favorite concealer to date. The next we have the Huda Beauty powder, which I put it back in my thing because I've been using it. Huda Beauty here. This is in Cupcake. Easy bake, loose baking and setting powder. It's so light. Like, it's so smoothing. This one says that to leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes, which I don't usually do. I usually just like powder it and like push it into the skin. So next time I'm going to try baking. Maybe I'll try to bake around my nose as well. But I did learn about this one as well. It's $46. Light, silky, matte with a bit of sheer, subtle color correction, which I also agree. I like the Cupcake has like kind of a pink tone to it, almost. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more pink than something else. Yellow doesn't match with my skin tone. Like, I can't use a banana powder. That doesn't work well for my skin tone. I really love the Huda Beauty, but I usually mostly use it under my eyes. I don't use it often at other parts of my face just because of the color correction. So I think I want to get another Huda Beauty for my face, like a translucent or the pound cake one, or something that'll look better on my face and won't have that same color correcting pink tone that I like for under my eyes. My only bronzer that I have is high-end, and it is also Huda Beauty. This is the Tan Tour in Light. It is a cream to powder. It like is matte, but it has a light sheen to it, which I really like. It's $38, and it just blends so easily. It's such a nice shade for me. I tend to go overboard with bronzer sometimes, but look at that. It is just like blend. It's a little bit orange, but it doesn't actually transfer that on the face for me, and it blends in so well that I just don't even notice it. It's light, it's sweat resistant, it's waterproof. It just works so well for me. And there's so much product in this, it actually doesn't look like it. I remember when I got it, I think I ordered it online, and I was like, that's so tiny, but there's like so much product actually in there, and especially when you're just using like a teensy weensy amount, you have tons of product. For blushes, I have a drugstore one and a high-end one. My drugstore one is powder, my high-end one is cream. Let's start with high-end. This is the LYS Beauty in Kindness. This is a cream blush. It's matte, it's buildable, but it's so easy to work with. It is so beautiful. The color of this is just stunning. Like, it does dry out. You have to kind of get past the first layer a little bit to get into it, to work with it after you've had it for a while. But look at that tone. Like, that's kind of like Joy in Rare Beauty, that tone. But this one is, I've never used that one. I love all the Rare Beauty ones. I was thinking about putting the Rare Beauty ones in, but I've talked about it so much, and it is one of my favorite blushes. But this was a surprise out of nowhere. Best of Beauty, and I use this all the time. I absolutely love it. It's Satin Cream Matte Blush. It is $22. My drugstore blush was also a surprise out of nowhere. This is Revlon Powder Blush in Tickled Pink, which is number 14. And this is the most beautiful pink I have ever seen in my gosh darn life. Like, let's put it on. It is so freaking stunning. Look how beautiful that is compared to that side. It's just the perfect pink. I think it is literally the perfect pink. It goes on so well. It's very buildable. It stays all day. It's very cheap. It was $11, and it's absolutely stunning. I love it. Best of Beauty. Look at that. Like, perfect Barbie pink. So good. Alrighty, so we have for my highlighter the Wet n Wild highlighting powder, $6 in Blossom Glow. I'm wearing this today. It's just stunning. So beautiful, not too much, but still like a power right in the kisser vibe, which if I'm wearing highlighter, that's what I want. Like, people were like, oh, try the Essence Nude highlighter, and I was like, okay, cool. And it like doesn't do anything. I have it in there. I'm not gonna fucking dig around in there. And it doesn't do much. Like, it's just like a sheen, which I'm gonna get in an hour anyways because I'm oily, so it's gonna sheen me up anyways. I absolutely love this. So cheap. It is $6, and this is not going anywhere. All right, for brows, we have the NYX Thick It Stick It. I found this year, and this is not only the perfect tone for me, but it also is like, it says it itself. It's stick it. It like stays. Like, it makes it. I always, with the wand, I'm going to take off some of the excess because there's just so much of it. And it will just literally keep your brows the way you want it. Wow, it's hard to do this in the monitor. I feel like discombobulated. And it'll stay like that forever, and it just looks so natural, so beautiful. I don't like a really thick brow. Like, I don't like a really piecey, like waxed soap brow look. I like really natural brows, and that's my gem. It's so cheap. It's $11. It's in brunette, and it's kind of a warm tone, and it's just makes it so easy for me. Next we have my favorite eyeliner, which I used today and I put away. I couldn't find it. I had like got all this stuff out for the video today, and then I was like, where's my favorite eyeliner? Where is it? It is the I found it. It is the Makeup by Mario brown eyeliner. Like, that's it. And look how much of it I've used. It was like a huge pencil, and now I'm like down to a nub. I'm gonna have to order another one, but it's always sold out. So this stays on, does not transfer down to my waterline, and if I want to smudge it out, feather it out with this little brush on the side, it feathers out so well. I've never noticed like a quality eyeliner, like what a difference it makes, but now that I have it, I'm never having another brown eyeliner again. I really want him to make a plum shade. I've been like feeling the need to have a good like plum shade. It's really expensive though. How much is it? It's $32 for an eyeliner. Like, it's a lot. It's a cream formula, matte finish, extremely pigmented and blendable. I completely agree with all of that. The next thing I have is a mascara, which I can't find. Guys, I was ready, I swear. I was completely ready for this. And, oh, it's probably on the ground. I heard something fall. It was. It is my L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. I didn't think I'd like something like this. Like, it has, I saw reviews on it, and it has a bunch of reviews complaining about the wand because the wand breaks, but it's just like, so people are saying like putting it back in is difficult somehow, but like it's super bendy, right? So you just have to be careful, but it's plastic and it has like tiny weeny bristles, but what it does is it separates like no other mascara I've ever seen. It magnifies like the base of it, and then it lengthens and separates. It's perfect for your bottom lashes, but I really like starting with this and then adding another mascara on top. I could not talk about the Essence mascara one more time. So this is my favorite product that I found in 2022. I have two palettes, one drugstore and one high-end. I'm going to start with the drugstore one. The drugstore one is from SHEGLAM. SHEGLAM is Shein's makeup brand company, and I was so freaking impressed with this Glitz Wiz palette. I'm going to buy the other one. The other one's like a color story of kind of like greens. This is so freaking beautiful. The color payoff on this is absolutely phenomenal, and I am in love with this color story. This cost me $16. This is the best palette purchase of 2022 to date. It has to be to date because 2022 is over with. So I'm so happy and so impressed with this palette. I don't think I've ever bought more palettes than I did in 2022. So that's saying something, that a $16 palette is my favorite palette. I do have a runner-up, but I was not gonna mention it because I just got this palette. Literally, I got this palette probably last week or the week before, but it is my new favorite palette of all time. This is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette that you guys just saw me unpack, really, like literally just. Smells like pumpkin spice a little bit, but this, I'm wearing all of this today. This is so beautiful, this pumpkin spice palette. I will use all of these colors. It does not have fallout the way like an Anastasia palette usually does. And the colors of this is like, okay, so I'm gonna do one swipe of this color and then look at this. Crazy, like absolutely gorgeous. So it's not usually that was a little patchy. I think it was because I was like pushing down a little bit on it. It's not patchy. I haven't found it to be patchy at all. Beautiful. I absolutely love that palette, and I will be using it till it dies, till it crumbles up underneath my dead hands. Love it. Okay, next we have setting spray. This is the only setting spray that I have used that I absolutely love in 2022. This is my second bottle that I've gone through. It is like hairspray for your face. It has such a beautiful like spritzer, like the most beautiful mister, waterproof, mattifying, and actually stays. actually stays for like 15 hours. There are so many times where you buy a product and it just doesn't do the job. Like doesn't set for hours and hours and hours, and this one does. I got this in like a 2-pack over the holidays, so it was cheaper. It is a little expensive for me, which breaks my heart because I go through setting powder, like setting spray, like nobody's business. I absolutely love this. It's my favorite one size product so far. Last but not least, we have lips. I'm going to roll through this because you've probably heard about most of these. Number one favorite lip gloss, LANEIGE. It's my favorite every year. If you don't have it, get it. If you haven't dealt with it, if you haven't seen it yet, get it. It is worth it. This is probably literally my 10th container. When I heard a YouTuber be like, this will last you like a year. I was like, in what universe will the LANEIGE sleeping mask last you a year? It lasts me 2 months, maybe. And I have one in my house, one in my gym bag, one in my work bag, and one in my car. I just do, because that's all. If I don't have it, I'm like fiending for it a little bit. Okay, so next we have lipstick. I only have one lipstick. This is from the drugstore. This is the Revlon Stay Matte Pick Me Up. This is the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and this is what I'm wearing today. I almost dropped it. I did drop it actually. It is the only lipstick I really wear. I'm usually like a lip gloss kind of girl, except I absolutely, look at this lipstick. Love it. And then for lip liners, I have 2 different brands. So for essentially drugstore, even though it's not drugstore, it's at Sephora, but it's at a drugstore price. I have the lip liners from the Sephora line. What's the actual Sephora line called? Contour Rouge Gel Lip Liner. I have it in Mesquite. I have it in Dress to the 90s. I have it in the Nudist, and I have another one that's like Creme de la Creme. And they're just my favorite. I'm wearing this today. I'm wearing the 90s one today. And they just go on, they stay. They're absolutely beautiful. The tones are great. I think I'm gonna get another one in like more of a pink, but this is my favorite drugstore lip liner. My favorite high-end lip liner is the Refi Lip Sculpt Setting, and it's like, I have one in taupe and one in blush. And on one side, there's like the lip liner, and then on the other side, there's like a setting liquid. So you like put on the lip liner, and then you set it with the liquid, and it stays all day, which is perfect for my job. It's a little bit more pricey. I'll link below. I think it's probably around $26 for one of these, but this is my best lip liner find in 2022. And then this was the year of the lip oils. I didn't think I'd hop on the lip oil trend because I'm like, what's the difference between lip oil and lip gloss? But there's a difference. So I have, this one's new. This is the Dior one. I got it for my birthday from my girlfriend, Anna. Thank you so much. That's so generous of you. And then I have the Milani one, which is my favorite drugstore one. And then I also have the Clarins one as well. So I have a bunch of different Clarins ones, but I just love them. They're like a sheeny gloss to whatever you're wearing. It reminds me of like my childhood. That smell somehow. Something about it. It's like, it reminds me of maybe not my child, but like my 20s. Do you ever do that with your lips when you smell something? That's the stuff. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so very much for joining me for my first annual. Is it first annual? It's not first annual. Next year will be annual. My first Best of Beauty Awards. I am planning on doing some more Best of Beauty, so stay tuned. If not, well, this is it. This is the end of the road. So I hope you're enjoying your January and all your resolutions are coming true and you are loving yourself and you are being well to yourself.